Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Materia, girls. I'm MJ.
And I'm Luna.
Hello. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Hello.
Anyway, do you have merch?
My friend made this for me. She printed it. She
Cute.
screen printed it. Isn't it so cute?
It's so cute.
I know. So, yes, maybe possibly once I finally get back to streaming and, well, I'm trying to make a little more content here and there. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I know. She just made it for me. She's literally so sweet. So,
Super cute.
I know. But no, I'm not selling these yet. Unless you want one, I'll sell it to you. Not you,
I'm
but
li-
I'll give you one. But
Yeah, I got some merch. I got some merch already. Love it.
yes, the Wood Elf shop
Yes,
merch.
yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Very, very wonderful things. Anyway, hi
Anyway,
guys.
hi guys. Welcome back to the second episode of our return to the internet,
Yeah,
to the interwebs. How are
yeah.
you guys? I hope you're well. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Yes, we got a, I guess you could call it a spoopy episode today.
Yeah,
Just a little
I
bit,
think we're gonna do
you
like
know?
just some fun Halloween things for the next couple episodes before Halloween, obviously.
Before,
It's
yeah,
time to
leading up.
celebrate the fall and, just kind of get in the mood.
Yes. We literally went to Lowe's last night and bought
Ooh.
Halloween decorations for the outside
Oh, that's so fun.
because
Do you guys usually
we
do that?
actually, well, no, we haven't.
I was
Like,
gonna
I
say.
think, I mean, we get pumpkins and stuff or whatever, but we have not yet participated in trick or treat since owning a
Oh.
home. So, like, we haven't handed out candy. We've went trick or treating with
I
Oliver the
thought you were
past
gonna
few
say
years.
since owning a child, and I was like,
Since no, since owning a home. Like we've taken Oliver trick or treating, but we have not like had a bowl of candy out. We turn the lights off. We're like, go away.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But now I'm like, I wanna participate. I mean, we're gonna set a bowl of candy out, and
yeah.
then hopefully they are nice kids and only take a few pieces or one piece, so there's enough for every kid. But anyway, so
Hopefully.
we have Halloween. We bought. Let me think. Well, we have some pumpkin. Well, we're gonna get pumpkins tonight, hopefully. But I got some mums
Oh, I
to
have
put
a
out.
nice
Very
big mom
fall.
too. I love a mom.
I got to plant my one mum. And then we went to Lowe's last night and got two like Mickey and Minnie Halloween ghosty. Like they're in the shape of a ghost,
That's
but it's
cute.
Mickey and Minnie, and they light up. So those are gonna be in our yard. And then we got an R2D2 like inflatable.
Oh my
And
God, I need to
I
see a
think it
picture
says
of that.
I will send pics. So yeah,
Cute. I love that.
that'll be
How
fun.
exciting.
Yes. But so yeah, this is like our first Halloween that we actually have stuff out. So
Yeah. And
very exciting.
a standalone home.
Yes.
Yeah. Exciting. So
But
exciting.
yeah, but even in our own home, in our town home, like we had pumpkins, but again, didn't do anything very Halloween like. But
Yeah, the
yeah,
kids in this neighborhood, I have never seen them trick or treating before. So I feel like maybe in like the other neighborhoods around here, like that's where they trick or treat. Because like my street that I live on is like very, I just don't think a lot of people go down it. It's like
yeah.
not a street that I would go down trick or treating. There are kids that live on the street, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we usually just put food out or food out. We just put a buffet out there.
Fernando just whips something up,
It's
you know.
just a bunch of sandwiches, like just food. No, yeah,
Oh,
I don't really I don't know. We just usually put some candy out and that's it. But I don't see a
no,
lot of kids trick or
yeah.
treating in this area. So they probably also like there's so many like wealthy neighborhoods around here that why would you not go there to go trick or treating?
It's very true. They
Yeah.
have the good candy. They have the full size candy
They're
bars,
probably
you
giving
know.
out like literally like toys and stuff nowadays. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I
It's
don't
a
know. I
different
just
time.
remember the houses that have the full size, not the mini like fun size candy. It's like they have like
Yeah.
full Hershey bars,
Yeah.
an actual like that was the house. You're like, "Wow,
Yeah, you just go
there's
to
two peanut
you go
butter
to the
cups in
neighborhood and
here."
they just have like giant mansions and they're like, "Yes, of course I can afford to give you a whole Reese's cup."
Yes. Listen, the best, the best.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I mean, in our new neighborhood, there's like kids everywhere, and that's why I think Brandon was like, we need to get Halloween decorations because like this neighborhood, like
They're all,
they're all decorated.
"Oh,
They're
I love
all like,
that. That's
I
so
love it so
fun."
much. It's very Halloweeny. There's literally graveyards of Halloween decorations throughout people's front yards. Literal
Yes, I
graveyards,
love
but also
that.
maybe
That's so
it's
fun.
so fun. So it's gonna be fun this year
I bought a
for
giant
Oliver.
spider web to put on the house, but I haven't put it
Ooh,
up yet. It's like, and it's made of like rope. It's not like like the stringy spider web that
yeah,
you spread apart. Because that's what we
yeah.
did last year and the year before that, but it kind of makes a mess. So I bought a rope one, and I
Ooh,
just have to find the time to, I don't know, attach it
put
to
it
the
up.
top of my house somehow.
Literally, I'm pretty sure once Oliver is old enough to like when he goes trick or treating with his friends or whatever, and they go out and do their own thing around the neighborhood. I'm pretty sure Brandon's like final form is he wants to be one of those dads that like we set up lawn chairs right outside the garage and there's candy for the kids, and then he just has like a bucket of beer for the adults. I
Yeah,
think that's like so something for the adults, something for the kids, and I just feel like that's like his final form of like yes, dad mode.
I kind of love that actually. Yeah. I was imagining him like dressing up as like a scarecrow or something and sitting in the chair and like drinking a beer, but then like he doesn't
I
move whenever the
mean,
kids come up and he just like is like ah! I feel
I
like I
mean,
could see Brandon doing something like that.
that could happen too. He'll probably dress up. Yeah, that could be completely possible. But, for now, we have to go with Oliver. So yes. So
Yeah.
we'll just set out a bowl.
It's kind of scary
Kids will
whenever
come
you're
get
little
stuff.
and people do that
Yeah,
stuff to you. I remember like
I know.
being a child and going trick or treating, and there was like, I think I was dressed up as like a bunny rabbit, and this guy jumps out from behind his house with a real chainsaw in his hand, like
Okay.
on, and he's all like bloody and scary, and I'm like 5. Like that is scary. It's
No
traumatizing.
thanks. No. Yeah. No, some houses go all out where it's like little haunted houses in their garage. I'm like,
Yeah, that's fun.
no
That's what
thanks.
I want to do.
I'm
That
like,
is what I
I'm
want to do.
scared. I'm scared.
That
I
is
just want to hang out on
so
the lawn chair
fun. Like
and
dress
just
up as
be
like a
like,
crazy witch in like in the back corner. You have to like get to the candy. There's like fog machines and stuff.
oh
Oh,
my gosh, you're
I don't have
ready.
a garage though, so
Well, someday that'll
yeah,
be your final
maybe
form.
someday. We'll
That'll
see.
be your final form of Halloween. So, anyways, that's the plan. So we got some stuff to set up. But
Very
yeah,
exciting. Very, very exciting.
yes, yay!
Yay.
I love it. I love it so much.
Me too. It is
Yeah.
actually so much fun. I love this month in general.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, it's still 80 degrees right now here, but
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
hopefully in the next week or two it will be like 60s. Like, come on. Come on. Just I don't want to wear shorts anymore. I don't want to wear a tank
It's
top. I
gonna
want to wear a
come and then you're gonna
sweatshirt.
be upset that it's so cold though.
No, I would be happy with fall all year long. But yeah, then all of a sudden it's gonna turn to winter and I'm
Yeah, but
like,
I
no,
just
dang.
feel like the fall lasts for such a short period of time in that
It
area.
does.
It's
It
probably a
does.
little bit warmer where you live compared to like where we grow up, but only a little
Yeah.
bit, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll start yeah, getting a little chill in the air. I mean, in the morning it's great, but
Yeah.
then it hits like 11 o'clock and you're like, okay, it's 80. No.
Yeah, it's like never
No
that warm here.
thanks.
Ever.
Yeah.
But like
So,
we went to San Jose yesterday and it was like 85 degrees and sunny, but it was like it's not humid there, which is nice. So it's like dry heat, so it
mhm.
doesn't feel insanely hot. So it did feel good. Like it was
Yeah.
nice. But I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited to like go out of town a little bit." Went out to eat for Fernando's birthday
Nice.
and just spent a little bit of time there and then came back home. But I was like, "Oh, I want to wear something cute, like a cute fall outfit." I'm trying to get back
Yeah.
into like my fits right now.
Yep.
And it was so luckily I looked at the weather first. I was like,
Yeah.
don't overdo it because you're gonna end up sweating your balls off, you know?
Yes.
So yeah, I just wore like a dress and some sneakers, but it was
Yeah.
yeah, it was hot. It's still hot
Yeah. It's
for
still
sure.
it's still
85 and
hot.
sunny is still too hot to be dressed, you know,
Yeah.
in like a sweater and boots and stuff like that. So
Yeah. 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 So, but yeah, it'll come. It'll come. But yep.
soon.
I think today what we had planned a little bit is we wanted to maybe just read some spooky instances that like haunted stories, ghost stories, whatever you want to call them. But just like a couple of people's experiences that or if you have your own, which
I don't have any of my own.
I don't really have any of my own either.
Maybe
I
next week.
have
Maybe next week we'll get there.
who knows?
Also, if anybody listening has any paranormal experiences or
Yes.
stories, it could be ghosts, it could be aliens, it could be anything, honestly, anything that is paranormal. if you want to share them with us and we will read them on the podcast and share them,
Yes.
feel free to leave us a voice message or a text message on our Instagram page.
It is Materia Girls Pod. That is what it is. So if you want to give us a follow,
Pod.
and then you can submit stuff there. We will log in and we will look at it. That is something we will do.
We will do that and we will share it
Yeah.
if you would like us to, obviously. If you just want to
Yes.
tell us, that's cool too. We'll also just
Hey,
listen, but
we'll just listen to it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna do a little bit today. Just I mean, I will start by saying I'm not convinced, and I feel like I talked to you about this the other week when Brandon was away. And I was in my house by myself.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not convinced that this house isn't a little spooky. I don't think it's haunted. I don't think there's anything going on here. But you know, you have when you're home alone, sometimes you get this feeling of weird stuff happening. You hear weird things that I guess maybe if someone is home with you, you wouldn't normally hear. Maybe it's just an everyday thing. But I'm not convinced that this place isn't a little spooky.
I think it's just kind of
Um,
scary to just be home alone. Like any sound that you hear, you're like, what is that? There's somebody in my house.
I
Somebody's
know.
watching me. But
I
sometimes
just
you
feel
do
like
just get that like feeling of like a presence near you.
yes. Like there was once or twice back when we moved in, Brandon would leave for work early in the morning and I just kept every now and then, like I think it only happened maybe like once or twice, but I felt like I was hearing like footsteps down the hallway and I never opened my eyes because not I'm not opening my eyes.
Because
Like
I'm
it's
not looking at
dark.
that.
I'm in bed sleeping. I'm not gonna open my eyes, whatever. But I just kind of like felt like I heard something and you could like just feel something that there could be something there, like at the doorway, but I'm not opening my eyes. It could
That's
come
really
get me.
scary, actually.
I if it wants to sneak up on me, all right,
I have
that's
definitely
fine.
in
I'll never
like
open my eyes.
I remember one instance where I was home. I was younger, like probably a teenager or like very young, like teens. And it was me and my little brother and my mom. And my dad wasn't home. He was on, I want to say, like on a business trip, and that my
Mhm.
older brother wasn't there either, I don't think. And I remember being, I think that we were upstairs in my mom's room, like we were all in her bed, like watching TV. And we heard something downstairs. It was either we were in the living room or we were in her bedroom, and it was like vice versa.
Mhm.
And we all heard footsteps, like for sure. Like it was either above us or it was below us, and we heard footsteps. And my mom was so scared, and she was like, "Caleb, you need to go down there, and you need to go check if there's somebody down there." She was like making my little brother do it, who is 3 years younger than me. So
Yeah.
if I was like 13, he would have been 10 or whatever, you know.
Hey, 10-year-old, go downstairs, figure out what's going on.
He was a little bit fearless though, so I feel like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
probably did end up checking, but I think we were all very scared. We were all just like, what the heck was that? But
yeah.
also it like, they had like central cooling and air
Yeah.
system, so it was probably an air duct. Like so, it could have been something in there, could have been a squirrel or something. There were times where I had squirrels like in my ceiling,
Yeah.
like running
That,
around in the drop ceiling. So you just hear things. You hear things sometimes, but
yeah.
it is scary. It's creepy. Luckily in this house, I never feel like a creepy presence. There is an attic,
Mhm.
and I've wanted to look in it a couple times, but the space to get in the attic is literally
Yeah.
like this big.
Yeah.
So I think it's just there for like storage maybe, but I don't know how you're
Mhm.
supposed to even get up there. Like
Get in there.
I opened it. I would never go up there because if there's something up there, I can't get back down very easily because it's
Mhm.
like in the ceiling. Like you had to push the
Yeah.
tile out and like have like a ladder or something, I guess. And I made Fernando's little brother open it one time, and it was just super dusty, like hella
Yeah.
dusty, and there was like crutches up there and like some other
Oh,
stuff, but I'm
good.
like, this is like, it is weird because before we moved in, they had changed ownership of the building. So we know the guy that like owns this house,
Mhm.
but those are definitely not his crutches. So I feel like they like bought the house and then they did not go into the attic. Like they did not look and see what's up
Yeah.
there. And I'm like, what if there's something like crazy up there? Or a
You never
person,
know.
a skeleton.
Who knows?
I don't think I want to
There could
know.
be
I feel like I
there
should
could be
just try
yeah.
to not know. That's my
No,
best
I feel
bet is
like
just to
it's
give up on that and just never know.
just never find out. It's all good.
Ignorance is blissful
Yeah.
for that situation, yeah. But I
Yeah.
get it. I don't really ever feel like haunted, but I think my biggest fear is like somebody looking in my windows at night.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I always like I have all like I got blinds, like there's blinds, like the foldy blinds, and then I got like the curtain blinds
Mhm.
because I just want to make sure nobody can look inside of my house. So I have both on all the windows.
Yes.
But that scares me more than ghosts is
Well,
like
yeah.
men.
People
Men.
crazy people out there trying to peer in the windows. Do you
Yeah.
remember speaking of peering into windows, do you remember oh, this had to have been like maybe in our 20s, maybe even earlier than that. We were at your parents' house, and this is when you lived like in the basement. Yeah, so in our 20s, you lived in the basement. And I think, didn't we read about that you had like a peeping Tom in your neighborhood?
Oh, I think there was a
Do you
peeping
remember that?
Tom. Yeah. I don't
And then,
remember it very vividly because I mean, there were so many things that happened. But yeah, I think there was a peeping Tom in the neighborhood.
yeah, like there was reports of one, and then we were like, okay, close your blinds, close your sliding glass door blinds. We ain't
Yeah.
looking out there at all.
Luckily, like my bedroom in the basement didn't have
Yeah.
any windows. So it was like if I'm sleeping or something, although in that house, honestly, that house was creepy. And my parents still live there, but I had some paranormal experiences in that house for sure. Like,
There you go.
but we'll talk about that maybe next time
Okay.
or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, I just speaking of people looking at the windows, that just flashed into my mind that I was like, oh yeah, we'd be hanging out on the couch. We're like, nope, keep the blinds closed. Nope,
Yeah,
never.
I've always been scared of people looking in my windows. I don't know why,
Yeah.
especially at night because like if the light's on in here, like I can't see outside, but they can see inside very easily.
Yes.
So I can't see if they're watching me. So it always scares me. Even if I wake
Yeah.
up like and have to use the restroom or something, I like always like look over and I'm like, don't look out the window because I feel like somebody's probably just staring at me.
Yeah. So I mean, spooky things all around. Just crazy people in general. Can you hear purring?
No.
Okay, because she is literally rubbing against the mic
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
she's
No, it's
purring up
definitely
a
not
storm.
catching it.
Okay, okay, good. Just didn't know if, we're trying to talk and all you hear is,
Aw, no, I don't hear.
oh, you purring?
Oh, now I heard it for a second.
Oh, there you go. It got really loud. Mhm.
Yeah, I was looking for Guillermo because I'm always, calling for my boy, trying to get him to come
Yeah,
into this room.
your
I was like
homie.
shaking his treats and trying to get him to come in. I couldn't find him. And then I look over at Guillermo or at Oni's crate, and Guillermo is laying in his crate. Like he's just. This is the second time I found him doing this too. I don't know why, but
Does he like cuddling with Oni?
no. He does like Oni. Oh, I just heard him meowing. I should probably let him in here. But yeah, I don't know. It's so funny. I'm gonna put a picture because so that everybody can
Yeah,
see. But yeah, he's just like in the crate on his bed. And Oni hates his crate, so like I
yeah.
mean he doesn't hate it. He goes in there, but like he doesn't like to be in there. So I think maybe Guillermo has realized that like Oni doesn't ever go in the crate.
This is a
So if
safe
Guillermo
spot.
is in the crate, then Oni's gonna leave him alone.
Yup.
But yeah, he's
This is
just
my
chilling in
safe
there. He's like,
space.
this is actually my crate now. So
Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh, such a
Did you
goober.
send me it?
No, but I will send it to you.
I
I'll
want
send
to
it in the Discord
see.
right now.
I want to see.
Dun dun dun.
Um, but yeah, no, that's Guillermo's like safe space now.
You know, he's so funny.
Yeah.
I put it in the
And like,
Discord call.
oh my gosh, look at him. He's literally like, "Yep, this is a big bed. It's safe in here. There's no dog. I'm happy."
And Oni immediately went up and like smelled his head, and then he was just like, "Well, I'm not going in there."
But what's funny is like he felt so safe and so comfortable in there that yeah, you're shaking his treats. You're like, "Come here," and he's just like, "No."
Honestly, he never really listens very well. He's so smart, but like he just is a cat. He's just a
Yeah,
cat. Like he doesn't
cats
care.
don't listen.
He just
Cats
wants to
don't care. They don't
do
want to listen.
whatever he wants to do, and that's it. Period. He's just doing his
Yeah,
own thing at all
yeah.
times.
Yeah, I guess Schmidt is just gonna stay here on my lap the entire time, which is okay.
Oh, Schmitty girl.
I know. I know. All right. Well, those are our spooky
Kind of.
experiences
We're
for
just
now.
yapping.
Just kind of, we're just yapping about spooky things,
Yeah, so
dead or alive.
let's get into a couple of stories that I'm assuming you found online, I found online, mostly on Reddit.
So the first one I have is spooky to me. Like any of these are just like, if this happened to me, I'd be like, nope,
So
I'm
are
out of
people
here.
saying that this is a true story that happened to them, or is this something that they've like wrote for fun?
No, this is true.
Okay.
Supposedly, like what's happened to them, what they've experienced. Um, it's spooky to think about. But anyway, so this first one is, I guess, a friend of theirs died when they were in high school. Um, he had graduated the year before, and this person was close to his family. And several weeks after his passing, he went to visit his family at their house. So, just some preface, like
Okay.
just a little bit of what this could. I mean, there's no confirmation, but um, so this person parked, walked up to the front door and knocked, and the front door I guess was open, but there was also a screen door. Um, and this person could see another person sitting in a recliner in the living room, and then I guess once they knocked, the person got up and walked into the back room. So just like seems like a normal thing, except they didn't respond. Which is I'd be
Imagine
like,
if I knocked on your
hello.
door and you're just like, no.
Nah, I'm just gonna
Actually,
get
I'm
up
just gonna go in the
and walk
bathroom.
to the back. Exactly. Like nothing. Like I'd be like, hello. Anyway. All right. So, um, this person is watching. Yeah, this happened through the screen door, so they didn't know. I guess they couldn't see well, so they didn't know which family member it was. Um, Also, this friend had like another brother that was around the same age, so I guess he thought it was him. So obviously he thought someone was clearly home, right? What happened? Okay. So they were also not appropriately dressed for visitors, which is why this person also waited on the porch. And after a few minutes, a car pulled up and the father stepped out and asked like the person that was waiting, like, what's up? Um, and he had told him that he was just waiting for the person to get dressed and like let him in through the front door because they walked away. So yeah, obviously not appropriately dressed, but also didn't respond. Again, weird.
Was he naked?
I don't know. That's what doesn't.
Was the ghost naked?
Can you imagine? Just like you knock on the screen door and there's just like a naked person sitting in the recliner.
That would be even scarier than a
that,
ghost.
would, that would be that would be spookier than
Also, you
anything.
know what's even scarier than any of this is that they have their front door wide open with only a screen door protecting their house while they're
I
not
know.
there. Actually, you know
Supposedly.
what? I wish the world was like that still because
I know.
I could never. I lock
Never.
my door if I'm going outside, like for 3 minutes.
Exactly. Like so anyway, yeah. So the dad then told him that no one was home and he didn't believe him at first, but when they went in, no one was there but the two of them.
Wow, that's cool.
So
I
this
mean,
person
ooh,
that
so
ooh.
scary.
So this person that
That's
was just
crazy.
sitting in the recliner, yeah, got up and walked to the back of the room and
Aw.
never to be seen again. Um but so like I guess they didn't say, but interpretation, like, was this his friend that died and he was sitting in a chair
I would assume so. I mean,
just chilling,
what do I know?
you know?
Yeah,
So that's
that's
up to
crazy.
interpretation who that was. I
Yeah.
mean, what would have been crazier is just like, yeah, no, my his brother was just sitting there and he just got up and walked away and just ignored the guy waiting to
Yeah.
come in. So, but then at the end they did say, and before you say who leaves their doors open with no one home, I guess it was a small town and it was a very long time ago,
Yeah.
like you said.
A long
So a
time
long
ago,
time
yeah.
ago, you could leave your doors open
My
with just
parents
a
used to
screen
leave
door.
their door unlocked all the time whenever I was younger. They would just,
Yeah.
yeah, leave it unlocked.
So
And then now
yeah.
we have like cameras and 10 locks on our doors and you gotta
Exactly.
punch in the code and yeah, it's crazy.
Exactly. I got Ring doorbells and security cameras all over the place.
Yeah, because people get
Um,
crazy out here.
yeah,
Scary.
so yeah, supposedly that was a ghost.
A ghost! That's really cool though,
Just
but I feel
sitting.
like that's kind of like a nice story because, it could have been your friend that
It could
I'm
have
sure
been.
that they missed a lot. So
Yeah.
that's
So
hard to lose your friend
it
and
is
so
hard.
young.
I know. So that's that. That was my first
Very
one.
good, very
And
nice.
it's again not too. It's not like these stories. Well, my stories aren't like, oh, I'm shaking and quaking listening to you talk. Mine are just like, oh, that is ugh,
It's hard to find
creepy.
those ones. I mean, like only so many people have had like some really intense paranormal scary experiences, you know. So,
Yeah. No, if you
okay.
want to get scared out of your mind, just go watch a scary movie or play a scary game. Okay,
No, I
that'll
really
get you
do.
scared out
I
of your
really
mind.
want to start watching some scary movies. But Fernando is not a big fan of horror movies or scary movies or anything like
Hmm.
that. So like I really have to convince him to watch one with me and then he just falls asleep anyway. So
Yeah. Well, you know.
I don't like watching it alone.
No,
It's not
it's
fun
not.
watching it alone.
You need a group of people over and you need to
Yeah,
watch
I
scary
do have
movies
some
together.
girlfriends that would watch some scary movies with me, so I probably just
There
need to
you
go to
go.
their houses. Yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
so next one. This one is
Yes.
titled My Grandmother's Ghost Story. I'm just gonna read it the way that it is, like from their perspective. So, this is not my experience. This is somebody else's experience. It says, when my grandmother was young, she lived in a house said to be haunted. Strange things happened there, like lights turning on and off and doors creaking open and shut on their own. Does that? Okay, whatever. So there might be some errors in their sentences.
Doors are opening and shutting on their own.
The
That's what I
doors, they
got.
are opening and closing on their own, which honestly I've also experienced, which is creepy, but it could be the wind. Who knows? That's what
Sure,
they always tell
sure.
us.
Yeah.
Rumor had it that its previous owner had taken his own life inside. Sad. And his
Mm.
restless spirit remained. Basically, your typical ghost story. Mind you, this is their grandmother's ghost story. So they're telling it from their grandmother's perspective, I guess.
Okay.
For the most part, the strange happenings could be easily explained away. However, one night my grandmother had an experience that no one could explain. Her bedroom connected to a small greenhouse. Cute. Which led outside. Also cute. I want that. There were two doors, one from the bedroom into the greenhouse and then another from the greenhouse into the yard. Both were always locked. Smart. Smart. Keep them
There you go.
locked.
Lock the doors.
That's really cute. Actually, I love that. One winter night, my grandmother was home alone in bed. No matter how many blankets she pulled over herself, she couldn't get warm. She shivered the whole night to no avail. The next morning, when she rose, she was met with a sight that froze her blood more than the cold had. Ooh. The bedroom
Ooh.
door next to the greenhouse stood wide open. Snowy footprints trailed from the greenhouse into her room.
Nope.
And yet, the door from the greenhouse to the outside remained firmly locked.
Nope.
Ooh, I got goosebumps from
Nope.
that. Maybe
No,
it's the
no,
snowy
nope.
footprints. But
My gosh, not the snowy footprints.
she was obviously very upset. However, nothing was ever found that morning. There were no signs of an intruder and no explanation for the footprints in the snow. Both doors had been locked tight, just as they always were, leaving no possible way for anyone to have entered. To this day, the mystery has never been solved. Perhaps the house was really haunted. So there were
Nope.
footprints outside and there were footprints
Yep.
in the greenhouse, but both of the doors were
Doors
locked.
locked. Yeah, so
Wait,
like, how does that?
no, it said the
So
bedroom door to the greenhouse was open, but the
okay,
door into the outside was locked.
okay, yeah. So like, there's no way to get in the house,
There was no way to get into the greenhouse
the greenhouse.
from the
Yes,
outside, but there was snowy footprints from
on the
outside.
inside.
Yeah.
Nope.
Very, very intriguing.
Nope.
And I mean, do ghosts even like wear shoes? So I feel like somebody was in
Can
your grandma's house. Like, I don't-
could yes, exactly. So let's say it's a ghosty ghost. So
they went through
they
the door and then they
they went through
unlocked
the
the other
door.
door.
They went through the door. They made footprints in the snow, levitated through a door, and then started walking again in the house, leaving snowy footprints.
I mean, yeah, they did say that their grandmother's house was haunted or that she
Yeah,
believed it to be haunted. Like the
yeah,
lights were turning off, the doors were opening and closing. So
yeah.
it could have been maybe somebody was just cold because it was snowy outside and they wanted to come inside, you know? The
That's
ghost.
more, yeah. Knowing that it could have been possibly an actual intruder, I think is more scary.
Yeah, absolutely. I hate that.
Oh my gosh, not knowing. Oh my gosh, that would drive me insane. Be
I
like,
I almost feel like, yeah, well, if they got
someone's playing a
in
trick on
somehow
grandma.
and then maybe they like locked the door on the way out, but they didn't lock the other door on the way out because they didn't want to make a lot of noise. I don't
Maybe.
know. You know,
I don't know.
we're always
It's too
gonna try
spooky.
to like come up with reasonable like cause, but no,
Oh
silly.
gosh. Well,
Okay.
okay, yeah. I mean, that is something that also has happened. It hasn't happened lately, but like our bedroom our bedroom light like is remote has a remote control to it,
Hmm.
and it would randomly, I think the battery might have been on the fritz because it hasn't really done it since we changed the battery. But yeah, the fan would like spin faster, like it would get clicked and it would spin faster. Like no one was clicking it, but it would just
Mm-hmm.
automatically do it. But then also at like 5 in the morning, the light right above the bed, the light would just turn on and then it would turn off.
That's
And
scary.
then like a few seconds later it'd turn on. And
Was
then it'd stay on. I'd be
anybody
like, this is
using
annoying.
any remotes?
No, we were asleep. This is like 5 a.m.
Oh,
Just turns on. I know. That's what I'm saying. But it hasn't done it since we changed the battery in the remote. So,
oh.
yeah.
Still, how would
But
that?
that's
Why would that
creepy.
happen? You know?
Exactly. It's so creepy, right? So creepy.
So weird.
I don't like it. And like I said earlier, I felt like there were an instance or two where I kind of heard like soft like steps down the hallway. And if I opened my eyes, like I felt like I would have seen someone standing in the doorway, but I never actually checked because I'm too scared. So, but no, isn't that weird and creepy and gross? And I hate that. Hate it.
Yeah, I have a light, like my porch light, like
Yeah.
in front of the front door. It's been flickering, but I feel like I've just like it's weird because it's like one of those like LED bulbs, and I feel like those don't
Hmm.
flicker, right?
Not really. I feel
Unless
like,
there's like a like electrical problem, which
yeah.
it's never done that before, so it's weird. So it was flickering the other day, and I was like, nah, it's kind of fun, Halloween. Just let it
Oh,
go, like just leave it
spooky.
on. And then the next day, it's not flickering. So I'm like,
Nope.
what does it mean?
Nope. No
But
thanks.
yeah, it
But
is always the lights that are the creepiest. Like, any
exactly.
electronics
But
doing weird things is, yeah, always creepy.
yeah, and it just so happened that after like there was a morning that the light was flickering on and off and whatever. But then I got up that morning and went again. This is all just possibility of like I could have done something slightly different that would have made this happen. But like I opened the fridge and I could have sworn I like left it open. And it's not like I whipped it open that it bounced back and closed.
Yeah.
It's not like that. I like opened it and then kind of just like let it go. And then all of a sudden, before I knew it, I turned away because I got something from the fridge and turned to do something, and then it closed.
Oh.
The fridge closed on its like to me. It felt like all of a sudden it did it on its own because I'm pretty
Did
sure it was open and it was open for a few seconds.
did
Like
you like
I
try it
thought
again to see if it would do
I
it again?
yes, I
Okay.
tried. Like I tried various ways and I was like, okay, so yeah, if I swing it open and whip it open, sure, it bounces back and then it closes.
Yeah.
But I did not. I listen,
Because
I'm not one
honestly, I
to
feel like a newer
aggressively.
fridge, you would think that they would install something where like, because I know they like beep now and to let you know if
Yeah,
they're open for too long, but I feel
yeah,
like they would like make something so that it would like close on its own if it's like left open for too long.
exactly. But it just I opened it normal, let it go. That was it. And then I turned around, poured. I was probably getting Oliver milk, and I turned around, poured milk, and then when I was turning back around, like as I was turning back around, like I heard it, like
Closing.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then and I was like, that was weird. And so I thought that. And then a few seconds later, we had like an empty, like gallon bottle jug of water
Hmm.
on the counter. So there's the fridge, and then right across the fridge is like this empty bottle. And so the fridge closed, and I was like, that was weird. Like I don't know how that happened. And again, this is after the lights flickered. So
All
a
in the
little
same
weird.
day?
Yeah. So
Oh.
I was just feeling a little sussy, I was feeling a little spooky that this was happening.
Yeah.
And so like a few seconds in, I was like, oh, that's weird. And then the empty bottle like knocked over.
Did you have your windows open?
No, that's what I'm saying. So like
Was the
it
air
was
blowing in
it
the
was
house? Like,
that's what I'm talking about. Like it was just one thing after like it's not like an hour went by and then it knocked over. No, it was like the fridge closed and I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And all of a sudden like that went over and I was like, "How?
you're like,
How?
I'm leaving.
How?"
Done.
I was like, "This is." I was like, "Is Schmidt nearby? Did she knock that
Yeah,
over?" And like
literally. It sounds like you have a
I couldn't
ghost
explain
cat.
it. I could not explain it. I was like, "This is weird. I
Oh
don't
my
like it."
God.
But but that was it. And then nothing has ever like again, other than feelings of like creepiness,
Yeah.
I have not experienced anything. And there is like the when the door swung closed, like it could have wafted, yeah, air and it blew over the
That
empty
is
bottle.
true.
There are
Yeah.
explanations, but I was just like,
I hate it.
I don't like this. I was like, I don't like it.
I hate
I
this
don't
a
like it.
lot.
All right, so that was my spooky story.
I
Okay,
know,
I
we're
have
just
one more because
remembering things.
because I'm remembering things now. It's reminding me
I
of
know,
stuff.
it's
So
hard to
anyway,
just think of it.
so you could go ahead with your next one.
Okay, about 30 years ago, when I was in college, I went camping for a few days in some fields just outside town with three friends. In some fields? Okay.
Camping in some fields.
They're just going to a field to go camping. Okay, you know what? I can't judge you. No, I can. I'm going to judge you. Um, on the last night, with twilight setting in, but not completely dark, we all saw this vague black shape slowly appear about 10 meters away. At first, I thought it was my eyes, but then the others saw it. It seemed to get gradually more dense. This is going to sound weird, but it was like a dark black shadow mass with shimmers of silvery dots and lines very faintly visible all over it. Imagine the classic graphic illustration of a computer network superimposed faintly on a black blanket that's just hanging in the air. That's the closest analogy I can find for it, and one I probably put on it respectively, as those types of illustrations were maybe less common at the time. From memory, it was about 5 feet high, 2 or 3 feet wide. So like, it sounds like the size of like a person, like a normal person. 5 feet high, 2 or 3 feet wide, and kind of like an upright fat sausage shape, except less
I was
clearly defined than it might suggest.
trying to imagine.
It's just like a black blob that
Blob.
also has like some silvery like movement in it, I guess, or like grids, like a grid
Yeah,
working.
this is at night. Yeah, twilight, right? So
Twilight, so it's
almost night.
not dark yet, but the
It's getting there.
sun is setting, I suppose. Um, Shortly after we had all been alerted to it and were looking at it, the thing suddenly moved from one side of the campsite to the other in a swift, wavy motion. Ooh, it's giving alien. It came within 3 or 4 feet
Yes.
of the nearest person and caused them to leap up. Then, when it got close to the bushes in the other side of us, it seemed to just evaporate. It was so bizarre that we had no idea what we had just seen. I remember we were kind of stressed by the experience, which sounds odd, but it was so bizarre, it actually really disturbed us. Yeah, that would freak me out,
Yeah,
especially if everybody saw it. Like, I've
yeah.
seen things like that, like, because of just like, your brain like makes images in your head, or like you wake up
Hmm.
in the middle of the night, you like see somebody standing in the corner of the room, but like you look over and there's nothing there.
Yeah, yeah.
But if other people are seeing the exact same
Everyone.
thing and they're all like fixated on it and like watching it move around, like that's, of course you're disturbed by it. That's so scary. I would literally leave or get out a
Yeah.
flashlight. You're camping. Like, what do you mean? Like, when was this?
No fire, no
Hello.
flashlights, no lamps.
Yeah. We were stressed by the experience. It really disturbed us. We saw the night out and never saw it again. After a while, I think we convinced ourselves that we had imagined it. Like it wasn't a curious woo thing. It actually felt kind of horrible. Like, what the fuck? Are we going crazy? I still feel weird even thinking about it all these years later. Like this weird feeling we saw something that we weren't supposed to understand or know about, which in itself sounds crazy and maybe just me projecting an intelligence that wasn't there. Maybe it was a collective hallucination or some kind of hysteria, a swarm of fireflies. I don't know. But it was creepy as
Drugs.
hell and it genuinely terrified us. I know. Were you guys doing drugs? To this day, I have no idea, but I was 4 years. It was four sober 17-year-olds. They were sober.
Okay. All right.
Sorry
So
about the
not
drug
drugs.
comment. You were not on drugs, and I'm sorry that we accused you of that.
Well, when they say, group hallucination, that's just y'all are experiencing something together. That's
Yeah,
just what
and
I
then this person underneath said that they have seen something very similar to what they're describing. It was a slightly sparkly black mass that pretty much matches the same description. And none of the encounters
so
have lasted longer than a minute for them. And that multiple people have
definitely.
seen it at the same time. Like she was with multiple people and have seen it at the same time as them.
Yeah. Well, okay, so was this
So
person that commented in the same area as them? Or we're talking
no
two different
clue.
areas?
I don't think that they mentioned any locations.
Okay. Because yeah, this is definitely given like an alien was sent down to just check out, see what's happening, and then they hang out for a minute to see what's up, and then they are like, see ya.
Yeah, or maybe it's just it could literally be like a portal. Like maybe they're not even there. Like they could just be existing. Like it sounds almost like a black hole type of situation. Like it's this black mass that has like things in it. It could be
The
anything. It could
multiverse.
literally be anything. I
It's
don't
the
know.
multiverse.
Crazy, crazy.
That is
But I thought
crazy.
that one was pretty cool and a little bit different
That is
than
cool.
like just a ghost.
Well, yeah, because for
Just your basic ghost.
just your basic ghost, But well, it was crazy is they all saw it. They all were like, "What is that? Oh my gosh!" And it happened for like a minute, and then it disappeared. First of all, the fact that we're just like hanging out and being like, "Oh, I wonder what that is." I am not brave anymore. See something? I'm like, "See ya! I'm out of here. Bye. I'm
I
not camping.
know. I wonder if they
I'm
like
out."
hiked there or something. Like if their cars were nearby, they might have like brought
Maybe.
all their stuff like out into the fields. So maybe they
Yeah.
couldn't just I wouldn't be running away from the other people. Like
No.
if I saw this creepy shadowy figure like moving around the campsite and I only have these people with me and my car is
Oh.
hundreds of feet away from me, I'm not running away.
Well, I'm not running away. I'm saying, "Hey, you guys saw that? All right, no, can we leave? We're out
Yeah,
of here, right?
yeah.
Like we're packing up, we're going,
Yeah, I
right?"
am surprised that they stayed. But I
I
mean,
mean, at 17 years old, I was a lot braver than I am now,
yeah, that's true. Me
which is
too.
funny how that you think, well, I don't know. As an adult, you're just like, no, I guess I'm smarter than like sticking around. I don't know. But like at 17 years old, you're just like, wow, I'm interested and I like taking risks and I like living on the edge. I feel like when you're younger, you're like, I'm intrigued. And then when you're older, you're like, I'm not anymore. I'm done. I've experienced that in my life. I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's really no point in me like endangering myself any longer
Yeah.
because my life is endangered every day. Like I don't know how much longer I'm going to be surviving on this planet. I don't need to endanger myself.
Yeah, exactly. So, just yeah. Again, braver at 17.
Yeah, I
Not
get that for
anymore.
sure.
Not brave anymore. All right, well mine is not alien like because
Ooh.
who knows? I could have been an alien. It's not alien like it's back to your simple ghost
It's
possibly.
just a
But
basic ghost.
just your basic ghost. All right. So this one starts with my dad bought an 1884 Victorian house. First of all,
Cool.
right there, haunted.
I mean,
1884 Victorian house,
would buy.
would buy, but ghosts. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
so he bought it with my stepmom when she was pregnant with my younger sister. This was around 13 years ago, and being a history lover, my dad wanted to discover the history of the house and who built it. Turns out it was built by a judge and his wife for their family. I was 12 when we moved in, and I got to pick out my bedroom upstairs. So fun.
This sounds like the beginning of a TV
It's-
show about a
it's-
haunted house that I've
Is
heard
this
before.
Amityville horror?
Yeah. I got to pick out my very own Victorian
No.
room.
So there was one room that stood out to me as the creepiest, coldest, darkest room out of the four up there, and I refused to go in there. Smart. I even refused to keep the door open. It had a stagnant eeriness to it that made me sick to my stomach.
Ooh.
Yep, stay away from that room for sure. Not going near that one. Every night I would wake up at 3 a.m. and somehow the door would be partially open just enough that a small child could fit through it. I'd shake it off as my dad was probably playing a joke on me, as he knew how much that room creeped me out. Again, 3 a.m. though. Is your dad taking a joke that seriously? He's getting up around, in the middle of the night to open the door for you? I
Well,
don't
he
know.
might be like saying, because he was a child, so maybe he went to bed and then he's saying like dad might
Yeah,
have just opened the door to just creep him
yeah,
out. But
yeah. Just
also,
creep
I
him
mean,
out.
I guess it depends on the person, but like my father would never do that to me.
I
It's
know,
so
I
weird.
know, I know.
Some
Like,
some
oh,
people are just like
thanks.
jokesters
Yeah,
and pranksters, but it's
yeah,
like, I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
yeah. Yeah. So, well, at 3 a.m. one morning, I woke up and the light to the stairway turned on. Following that, there were footsteps that came up the stairs. I didn't think much of it as my dad probably was grabbing something out of one of the other unoccupied rooms. He's an early riser. A
At
3 a.m.
3 a.m.?
riser, though? A 3 a.m. riser. I feel like early risers, like, it's 4:30. Like, if you're an early riser, you're like, I'm up at 4:30 to start my day, maybe 5 o'clock. 3 a.m.? I don't know about 3 a.m.
I wouldn't consider that an early riser. Like, definitely whenever I was younger, my parents would be up at 3 a.m. because they couldn't sleep. Like, they had like insomnia and they would be
That's a
like
little,
working and writing, or like they would
yeah,
pace around the house sometimes because they literally could not sleep. But they
yeah,
were not doing it on purpose. They just couldn't sleep?
yeah.
So it's possible that he was like that. But
I mean, sure. But again, when I think 3 a.m., I think, oh, you're a night owl, not an early riser. Like,
there
I feel like
is
3 a.m.,
also
you're
like a
just staying
time
up
of
late.
the night that and I get kind of creeped out sometimes too because there was like a couple weeks ago where I was waking up every single we got to save this one. I was waking up at the same time every single night, and it was around 3 a.m. It was either like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I was hearing some crazy sounds. And I would have to wake up Fernando and be like, "Did you hear that? Like crazy sounds, like sonic boom types of sounds." But there's also like
Things, yeah,
auditory hallucinations that you can have, especially if you're like just waking up. So like it's probably something
yeah.
like that. But
But
there
still,
is something called like the witching hour, and there is like a certain time of night that is like the most dangerous time because it's like when all of the spirits come out at night. So I
which
think it's around 3 a.m.
I feel like it's 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Let's
prime
let's
time.
let's let's Google this real quick before we continue
Okay.
on with the story. What time
Okay.
is witching hour,
She-
Google?
Because there's baby witching hour, which is like 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. or whatever
The
that
witching
is.
hour doesn't refer to a fixed time, but it is a traditional concept for the late night period when supernatural activity is believed to
There
be
you
the
go.
most active, often cited as being between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. or sometimes around midnight. The thin veil.
Oh
Sug-
no, wait.
yeah, because the veil is thin, so that's when they can enter
Oh,
into our realm.
I don't like this.
You're like, I'm way too much of a
Ew,
conspiracy theorist, and I wait. What is it called? Whenever you're like
not good.
super, superstitious. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
a little
No, this
stitious.
is I'm a little not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
It does say in Christian tradition, in Western Christian traditions, the hours between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. is called the devil's hour because it was seen as a mocking inversion of the hour Jesus Christ died, 3 p.m.
That
Huh?
yeah, okay.
Uh, I have never heard that. Okay, whatever.
No,
It
I've
doesn't
never heard that.
matter.
But again, this is Google.
But it is Google AI. They know everything.
Wait, is AI telling you this right now?
Well, whenever you Google something, the first thing is always
Yeah.
the AI
The AI
overview, right?
version? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, okay, so I mean what
It
we're
varies, but it
saying
says
makes
3
sense.
a.m. to 4 a.m. So pretty
There you
much
go.
their story is aligning directly with the witching hour, like right at
There
the
you go.
witching hour.
Right. At the witching hour. All
Crazy.
right. So, however, the footsteps stopped and the light was still on. Later in the morning, my dad asked me why I left the light on in the stairwell, and I said, "Why did you leave the light on in the stairwell? I heard you come upstairs." And he said he didn't come upstairs, and I believed him. And while we were on the topic, I told him to stop leaving the creepy room door open. He swears he didn't, and as a dad would say, why would I open a door to a room no one is in and waste heat and money like that? I mean, that is a very dad thing to say. Um,
Yeah, that is true.
it's
Just to
very for
scare you?
practical reasons.
You think I'm
For
wasting my
practical
money?
reasons, it's an unoccupied room. I'm not wasting money. Um, which makes sense. He had no reason to open the door. This is an old, poorly insulated house that he was. Hold on, I had to switch things. Okay, this was a poorly insulated house that he was renovating, and it looked like a lot of heat and money. And it took a lot of heat and money to keep it warm. Okay,
Yeah, for
so yeah,
sure.
expensive house, expensive. Because yeah, this is 1884 Victorian house,
Yeah,
so
they didn't have heat.
you can't be wasting money like that.
That's creepy. I wonder what happened like after that, if that person ever experienced. Like, how long ago was that post?
Well, I'm not done yet.
Oh,
Ah,
sorry. I'm getting too excited over
there's
here.
there's more. So, first of all, I guess then so time jump, time jump. A year
Ooh.
later, it was late and I fell asleep on the couch downstairs. So I got up to go to my room. When I got to the top of the stairs, I noticed the door to the creepy room was open. Tired and annoyed, at this point I went to close it, but froze when I saw a hand on the door frame and a little white face of a little girl. Just as quickly as I saw her, she vanished. As my dad continued to renovate the house, I guess it stirred things up because we could be sitting in the dining room and we could hear little footsteps running above them, dancing, running, whatever it is. Um, Around the creepy room that was directly above the dining room, that's where they heard like all of the because their dining room's right below it.
Yeah.
So another time jump. A few years later, we discovered that the judge and his wife who built the house had a daughter who died in some kind of accident. She was only 9 when she died. I haven't seen
Aw.
her since, but to this day, I still refuse to go into that room.
Wow. You
Can you
should go in
imagine?
there and
First of
play
all,
with her. Don't leave her alone.
listen,
Ugh,
listen.
that's
I
so
know.
sad.
It is sad. It is sad. But first of all, I'm I'm going upstairs and I look down the hallway and I see the creepy door open. If I see a little hand coming onto the door frame. Once again, you best believe I am running to my dad and being like, we got to sell this house. I am not staying in this house. There's a little girl that lives in that room, and her little creepy hand
Yeah, she
and her
could be
just her little
evil.
white face. Isn't it like notorious that like the little kids are the creepiest, right? The little kids,
Well, I
the
don't
devil
think they're
uses
evil.
little kids to lure.
She's the
Just, oh,
devil.
little kids, and then you feel bad, and then they lure you in and they steal your
No,
soul.
I don't think that ghosts are demons. They're two different things. But I mean,
No,
it could be like an aggressive spirit or something. You never know. I feel like it's hard to differentiate them. Like you don't really know because
yeah,
they could have ill intentions. But it sounds like she was just running around and playing. It didn't sound like she was doing
yeah.
anything bad. So
No,
yeah,
I'm fully jumping into a whole nother scenario
she's just
of
making up. If this happened to her, she would be like, burn the house and leave.
burn the house down, we're out of here. But no, no, it just reminds me of like any scare, like a bunch of scary movies, you know, that the spirits use the little kids, they possess the little kids to draw in the adults, and then they possess them and they kill them.
Yeah, and then they kill their kids.
And then yeah.
Ugh, yeah,
Oh,
scary. That's scary.
anyway, that was no.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
yeah, if the
don't
little girl's
know.
just chilling, like, yeah, that's not
They definitely,
scary,
I wonder if they
but it's
ever like went
spooky.
in and like tried to cleanse the house or anything like, because it
Mm,
sounds like, I don't know. Listen, I am by no means a professional of anything when it comes to like spirits and ghosts and stuff, but I feel like usually if there's like a soul trapped in a place and it hasn't like gone into like its next level of existence or next plane of existence because it's trapped somewhere, that
yeah,
you could usually have like a priest come, or like they could sage
yeah,
the house, or they could like release her spirit because like clearly she's trapped there for
yeah,
some kind of reason. And also if
yeah.
it's a little girl, like, oh, you don't want her to be stuck there forever. Like maybe she, you know, she needs her parents or something, you know.
Well, yeah.
She's just a baby.
I
Or
mean, no,
she's a
the house is
demon.
definitely, or she's evil. No, I definitely, yeah, you're getting somebody in here to cleanse the house. Set the
Yeah.
little girl free.
Or
Get
like
her out of
they could
here.
have like given her toys or something. Like I don't know, it could be fun. Like put something in her
Oh my
room
God.
that could be fun for her.
Can you like what if like you
Get her
just
a
bring
blind
like
box.
just every night before you go to bed, you just put a toy out right outside the door, and then when you wake up in the morning,
If
it's
it's
like not
moved.
there. It's moved. It's in
Yeah.
her room.
Honestly, test the theory,
I
guys.
mean,
We
they
need
haven't
to
they haven't
start
seen her
the
since.
scientific method here.
Yeah. They haven't seen her since. So, I don't know.
Yeah, so maybe it was
I don't
just
know what that
like
means. She's just passing through.
maybe
Just
she
one
just
last
wanted
time.
to make her presence known, and then she was like, "Bye."
See ya. This was fun.
Yeah. I don't
Thanks for
know.
letting me creep you out.
Pretty cool. Loved it.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting
Yeah.
story. I hope it's true. I feel like a lot of the
Yeah.
times I'm like,
I know. Who
that
knows
can't
what
be
people are
true.
putting on, the internet.
Yeah.
Could just be.
Yeah, most of these stories are from Reddit, by the way. If you guys want
Yeah.
to read some creepy stories, obviously you probably already know. Go on Reddit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun.
People are sharing their stuff. But no, I listen, all this scary stuff, I just jump around and go to the extreme from one thing to another. One scenario that doesn't make sense to a completely other scenario that it makes even less sense. I love over exaggerating. I love going to the extreme.
Yeah, it's fun. And that just keeps life fun and dramatic.
Yeah. Love it.
All
Here for
right.
the drama.
Well, I
So,
hope that you guys enjoyed these spooky stories and hanging out with us today. Do you
yes.
have any life updates or anything this week that you're excited about that you want to share with the podcast before we leave?
Other than my awesome Halloween decorations that Brandon and I are going to go set up here at some point today, that's
Oh,
pretty
you're gonna
much
do it
it. Is that
today? That's exciting.
we're going to do it today. We're going to get them up. We're going to make sure they work, and we're going to blow up R2D2 because
Love
he's
it.
an inflatable, and we're going to find a place for him in the yard.
Yeah, take some pics so we could share them next week,
Yes.
but just make sure you block out your house,
Oh,
remember?
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, so that's the major update is that we have Halloween decor now, and we're getting into
Yay.
the spoopy spirit.
Love it. Love it.
Tee-tee-tee. But yeah, what
Well,
about you?
I am going to see Sleep Token this week. Do you listen to Sleep Token?
I mean, I have recently because I don't know how, but somehow they've invaded my. There was a point where they invaded my reels,
Oh, really?
Um, I excuse me. Anyway, yeah, like I don't know. Maybe I talked about like I don't know. I don't know why, how, but I started seeing reels of them and I was like, wow, this is interesting. Like I knew who they were, but like I've never listened to them. So recently, in the past like a few months, yes, I've been playing around with listening to their music and stuff, and it's
I
very
have been
interesting.
obsessed with them for
Yeah.
a while now, maybe a couple
Okay.
years. My DM, Momo,
Good
she
stuff.
introduced me to them, but they're like super popular. Whenever they released their last album, I mean, they've blown up. Their last album was
Yeah.
like number one in the top albums for a couple weeks after it was released. It's
Yeah.
so good. I love them
And
so much. And they're so like
yeah.
theatrical and interesting. And yeah, so this is probably like a once in a lifetime experience, most likely, for me to go be able to go see them. It was not
Yeah.
cheap.
No, because I thought it because I looked when I was like, oh, that they'd be fun to see. When I looked, I think everything was sold out
Yep.
technically.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, I guess I'm not going to see them. But yeah, I think the reason is a little detour. But like we went to go see the band Ghost
Hmm.
um back in July, I think. We went to go see them, and because like I was looking up stuff and seeing reels from them and stuff, I think because they're all faceless, like faceless. They all wear
Oh,
masks, like
similar to Sick
the
Token.
yeah, the
Yeah.
similar yeah. So um yeah, I think because of that, they're like, "Oh, so you have this like anonymous band. You might like this anonymous band."
Yeah,
So I
that's
feel like that's
probably,
why.
yeah.
So that's where they got on my radar. So
So exciting.
yeah,
I'm
so
so
that is very
excited.
exciting. I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, I'll
And
share some
yeah, I
pics
got
and
the link.
stuff next week with you
Yeah.
guys. But I'm so excited. And that's
Yes,
pretty much that's just it for this week. But yeah, nothing crazy.
fun. Yeah.
Yay!
So all right, guys. Well, that's it for us today.
Thank you for
We'll be back next
listening.
week. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, and have a wonderful day and week.
Have
And
a
we'll see you next time.
wonderful, spoopy day.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.